Monster Hunter 3 is a game I got that because it was on a discount. It was about half off or maybe 60% off, whatever it was, since if you downloaded it off the eShop. I wasn't initially interested in it until a friend requested that I get it so we could play together online, which is a major plus. And even now, despite the fact it's been almost a year since I started first playing it, I still don't really know what to think of it. I don't dislike it, but I have a hard time finding myself enjoying it. And that's not to say it's a bad game, more that it's probably something that's just not for me. As a game, Monster Hunter is basically an action-oriented adventure-type game in which you, armed with different types of equipment, join up in teams or by yourself to go hunt monsters, as the name implies. A lot of these monsters can be ranging from very difficult to pretty easy. As fashioned as the series is, from what I've understood, there's no lock-on features whatsoever, so it's meant to be more of a kind of wild wilderness type of combat system in which you try to grapple the monster in any way fashion that you have available to you using the weapons at your disposal. There's many different types of customization, lots of items to get, and a very curious thing, most of how you get better at this game is more through your own memorization of monster patterns, as well as just picking up new items to help upgrade your weapons. It's to me just kind of really weird, because I'm really used to that mindset of the action-oriented RPG type in which you have actual set levels, and you yourself are leveling up, so even if your weapons haven't been leveled up, you at least are still stronger. Here that's not really the case. No matter how many times you try something, unless you're actively going for the new equipment, you're not going to actually get anything better. Which is just a really strange and foreign concept to me, but I guess that's what makes this such an interesting and enticing series. And the fact that there's a fourth game around the corner that is very highly anticipated for the 3DS makes me really curious as to how it's going to hold up. I haven't played it recently, but I probably will be picking it up again just to kind of give it a try. Because it's not really a bad game, it's just something that I have a really hard time grappling myself to get myself into the mood to enjoy it. But I have plenty of friends that have played it, and I'm sure I know plenty more now that I've posted this will mention that they do have it. And that is kind of a nice thing about it, is that you can just join up as a team and go and fight things together, plan strategies, use the different weapon advantages that you have to your advantage in order to make sure that the entire team can be used to the fullest. There's a lot of cool stuff with it, and in addition to other things, there's many different regions to explore, there's arena battles to go fight. There's a lot of cool different customization things. There's just a lot of content into this game that makes it really interesting. The fourth game that's coming out for the 3DS, and only the 3DS apparently, as the one I played, the Monster Hunter 3, is on the Wii U, seems like it's going to have a lot more customization options in it, and I am slightly curious to get it based on how Monster Hunter 3 was. It's just the fact that I'm not turned on to the gameplay myself. But maybe that's something I just kind of have to get myself more used to. I'm still really set into that action RPG-oriented mindset, so I am still more kind of expecting to have the ability to lock onto enemies, to have the ability to kind of walk around with a more free-roaming camera. It's stuff that I feel like this game is somehow lacking, but at the same time, it's not because it's meant to be this way, which is a really weird thing to consider. The game is meant to be like this. It's meant to not have lock-on features. It's meant to have more of a kind of rural camera because of what it is. It's a hunting game in which it tries to emulate the process of hunting with these fictional monsters, which is really cool. It is on the Nintendo 3DS eShop and the eShop for Wii U, and I believe there's probably still physical copies roaming around, but with a release date for Monster Hunter 4 coming very soon for the 3DS, they might be slowing down on those. It's not a game I would recommend, but if it's something that sounds interesting to you, the idea of hunting, joining with people online into teams, and fighting monsters, that kind of stuff, it's something I'd at least give a try. If you have a friend that has a copy, see if they'll let you play it for a little bit, see how you like it, and judge on there from yourself. Personally, I don't hate it, but I have a hard time liking it, which is a really weird feeling. It's just, that makes me a little frustrated because I want to like it because I like this concept, but it's just, the gameplay to me is sometimes a little turning off. But that's my personal take on it. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you're having a great day. This is the first in many of these kind of just 2014 video games in review, and I hope you look forward to the next one, which might not be as conflicted as this one. Monster Hunter 3 is developed by Capcom, and again is available for the 3DS and the Wii U. Go ahead and give it a try if you want to.